Hey, what's up? This is Todd Smith. I am back with another video. It's been a while since I've done any sort of conversation video or anything of that nature. The last few months I've been just ducking out a few 707 jams here and there, probably every week or so, a lot slower than my normal pace of content. That's been for multiple reasons. At the end of this video, if you're interested in knowing that, I'll give a little background on why I've been slow the last few months and what's going on with this channel, an update. Good news is that's changing. I'm back. I'll definitely be on almost daily upload consistency again. I'll go beyond just doing live jams to, talking about gear again and things of that nature. And I'm even planning to start doing some live streaming, and now that things are a lot more comfortable. In terms of gear, I mean, Behringer has absolutely been destroying it, guys, huh? I mean, as you guys know on my channel, I own a bunch of Behringer analog, tons of the monos. I love pretty much every unit I've ever purchased from Behringer. I'm kind of on that cusp where I really have a lot of monos from them. I do love that MS5 though. I love it. I just don't know if I can justify getting another Behringer mono, but my gosh, is that MS5 really sweet. And I mean, I already know I'm gonna want the Polak or Polvivik or whatever the frick that the German Russian synthesizer, whenever they actually get around to the Russian clone. That's definitely something I'm definitely still going to get on top of the monos I already have. But I mean, they've been absolutely destroying it in terms of the new. Is a new compressor they have out. They have the Syncussion. They're really starting to push a lot of products on the table, and I think that, just like the last few years, and I've been saying these last few years, it's just going to build up. This year from Behringer is just going to be even more intense than last year and the year before. It's just going to get more and more aggressive, and more products are going to be hitting the market. They just super partnered with Guitar Center, which is huge, really huge for us in America. A super partner with Behringer means that if you still have a guitar, if you're lucky enough to still have a Guitar Center that carries synths, which I am, you hopefully will have a good selection of Behringer stuff, because they're going to be a super partner with them. So that would be really cool to see. Really cool stuff going on with Behringer. In terms of me, I've been using a lot of just the 707. If you've been watching this channel, I've been using just really focusing on the 707. Some of that comes down to my situation, which I'm going to talk about very soon at the end of this video, and why I've been making less content, and kind of an update for this channel. And then another reason why is I really do just want to learn that to its T. I just really want to get as good as I can be with the 707. Just absolutely just polish that thing out. So I'm trying to just learn it as hard as I can for this album. Definitely expect to see that in the future of this channel, a lot more of just pushing the 707 hard, really getting the most out of I can with it. Maybe having one mono beside it. That's about all I can do right now. Now let's step into why I'm saying this. The reason why, first of all, I've been having less content, and two, I just really can't have as much gear out as I had before, and I'm really just got to stick with just a few pieces, is I ended up moving out of my apartment, and it was really just, it wasn't a planned move. You know how like when you move and you make a date and you have a new place you're gonna go and blah blah blah. That wasn't it at all. My roommate came home drunk one night, 2 in the morning, slamming shit around. I had to work. I told him, well, sorry about this hair shit. My hair's a mess right now, guys. I told him, I gotta work tomorrow, guy. I mean, you gotta stop slamming shit around. You gotta like grow up. You have a roommate. You can't just come home drunk at 2 and act a fool. And unfortunately, he got aggressive and attacked me. And it got physical, and I moved out the next morning. And I really had nowhere to go. I literally had no place to go. But I just knew I had to get out. So I got a storage for my gear and got out. It took me a few weeks just to even find a place. And luckily, I had family members who have an extra room and everything like that. I didn't really have a place to be picky because I really didn't have anywhere at the planned on my move. And it's a lot smaller of a place. It's pretty much like an extra storage room they had. They already have a bunch of shit in there. So I really can't just roll in a whole studio worth of stuff. Right now I'm working with just the Juno X and the 707, and that's already tight. I might be able to add like one other piece on top of it, like a mono for a jam or something like that. But that's really about the full extent that I could even have out at one time, which means you're going to be probably seeing a lot more videos of me just using one piece at a time. Right now, it'll really focus on the 707 for my album, but that's going to cycle around to my other pieces too. I won't have everything out at once for the moment. That will change. Obviously, I'm looking into bigger places, like whatever. I'm not in a rush. I'm kind of taking my time, scoping things that are good, kind of reassessing my next move, what I want to do. But that's why you've seen less content from me, and that's why you're going to see less gear out at once, in terms of, when I'm doing jams and things of that nature. Yeah. So you should definitely see things going forward in terms of my content picking up. I am going to be back on my old pace of around one video per day. If you haven't left this channel, you're still supporting the channel, and if you're still on the Patreon, thank you so much for not just jumping ship when I've been pretty much slacking off this last few months. Granted, as I just told you the story, I haven't been slacking off. It's just been a fucking nightmare, honestly. I'm glad it's over, because honestly, that friend, ex-friend, is probably better off outside my life, and I can focus more on music. And I think my music has actually gotten better with just the 707 these last few months, with just me being able to focus on that. There you go, guys. Behringer's killing it. I'm back. Stay positive, stay creative, support each other. Peace.